Welcome everybody to the S2E41 Vise Squad. Today I'm going to show you how to tie my white death pattern. This is a very simple pattern. As you've noticed with most of my flies, I like to try and tie simpler patterns. I find simple patterns work just as good as complex patterns, and they're easier to tie if you lose them. So today for this pattern we're going to start out with a Togens size 8 4 extra long streamer hook in our vise. We're going to be using two different colors of thread today on two different bodkins. We got 140 denier fluorescent orange UTC ultra thread, and we have 140 denier black uni thread. So first we're going to take our orange thread and we're going to start this right at the hook bend, get it started, and trim off our excess. Our second material today is some 1/8 Mylar tubing. We're going to measure off a piece that is exactly the length of the hook shank. We're going to cut that off. We're going to remove the inside cloth core. We're just going to push a little bit on one side and grab it at the other. And that core is going to come right out of there. We're then just going to take our Mylar tubing and we're going to insert it right over the hook eye. And we're going to capture it right there on the hook. We're then going to take our black thread, do two loose wraps around it, and then pull tight at the front. Again, trim off our excess. So now on the head, I've trimmed this a little bit long, so we're just going to trim off that Mylar a little bit. You could leave it if you really wanted to. Alright, we're just going to clean up them ends a little bit. So this fly is literally two materials. So our next material is some white Zonker strip. We're just going to lay that right on the top of the hook, and we're going to capture that with our black thread. And we're going to build a little bit of a bulb to form a bit of a head on this fly. Alright, now that we have our head on there, we're just going to whip finish with our black thread. We're going to cut out our black thread, and that's it for the black thread. So then we're going to go to the tail, to about where our orange thread is, and we're going to part this rabbit. We're going to lick our fingers a little bit and just really wet this rabbit down. We're then just going to take our orange thread and do two wraps, pull tight downwards, and then come in with your whip finisher. Throw in a whip finish. Trim out your thread. We're going to cut the tail on this fly to be about a hook shape or hook gap in width. You don't want it too long, or it's going to basically wrap over itself, foul hook itself. You'll have a heck of a time. I found this pattern works extremely well for trout, salmon, you name it. I've had really good lucks in purples and pinks for tiger trout and brook trout. So we're just going to come in with a little bit of Solarez Bonedry, touch the head, hit her with our light. We're also going to get our orange thread, but we're going to do only the bottom where the Mylar is. So we're going to give that a little tap there. That just helps your thread wraps from not unraveling, falling apart with a bit of use. The nice thing about this fly is it literally takes 2 minutes to tie. Works amazing, and if you lose it, it's no big deal. Just tie a couple more. And there you have it, White Death. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's pattern. If so, please give this video a like. Also, please hit the reminder bell beside it so you don't miss any future content. Thanks again. Until next time, tight lines.